Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Roman Reigns will reunite with Jey Uso next weekend at SummerSlam, as the duo takes on Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. Reigns has left quite an impression since his return to WWE a few weeks ago, so much so that Bronson Reed has offered up his own nickname to the Tribal Chief. Ahead of SmackDown, Reed shared the following post, referring to Roman Reigns as Big Us, which could work quite well for him now that he is no longer the head of the Bloodline. Jey Uso and the OTC were the first two members of the Bloodline back in 2020, and their feud kicked off an incredible story for the family, but it doesn't appear that history will repeat itself since Paul Heyman isn't on the same side. Bronson Reed himself is known as Big Bronson Reed, which is seemingly a nickname given to him because of his size. Although that could be argued, since Jimmy Uso is now Big Jim and is a lot smaller than Reed. Roman Reigns was expected to have a singles match at SummerSlam. Roman Reigns was wiped out with a spear from Bron Breakker back in April. This was when the former champion established himself as a member of Seth Rollins' new stable, and Reigns needed several months to recover. Now that he's returned, Bronson Reed has joined the group, and Rollins is now injured, leaving WWE's creative team in a position where they need to book a tag team match for SummerSlam. While it would have made sense for Reigns to face Bron Breakker in a singles match to exact some revenge, this approach appears to prolong the story between the two men and continue to tease that showdown, which is rumored to be something that WWE considers worthy of a WrestleMania main event. In the aftermath of SummerSlam 2025, where the landscape of WWE changed dramatically, the wrestling world was shaken once again by an announcement that seemed almost too bold to be real. Roman Reigns, the man who had carried WWE for over 4 years as the Tribal Chief, was officially rebranded with a new identity ahead of the upcoming episode of SmackDown. WWE dropped the bombshell in a stunning promo video that aired during Raw, showing a darker, more brooding version of the former Universal Champion walking through smoke and shadows. The new name? The Final Boss. The end of the Tribal Chief era. The transformation didn't come out of nowhere. At SummerSlam, Roman Reigns suffered a shocking betrayal from within what remained of the Bloodline. Jacob Fatu turned on him in a brutal assault, leaving Reigns broken, both physically and emotionally. The arena echoed with disbelief as Solo Sikoa stood back, neither helping nor hindering, making it clear that the once strong empire had crumbled. For weeks, Reigns was silent. There were no social media posts, no backstage leaks, and no word from Paul Heyman. Fans speculated wildly, was Roman retiring? Was he injured? Or was WWE preparing for the biggest reinvention of his career? The answer arrived with a vengeance. The teaser that broke the internet. During Raw, a cryptic video aired showing fragments of Roman's career, his debut with The Shield, his world title victories, his rise as the head of the table. But then the tone shifted. The screen turned black and white, and his iconic quotes played in reverse. Thunder cracked, and a shadowed figure appeared. His voice echoed. You thought the story ended with a betrayal. But legends don't fade. They evolve. The screen cut to black, and in bold red letters appeared, The Final Boss, this Friday. SmackDown. Fans on social media exploded. Final Boss instantly began trending worldwide. Was this a callback to Roman's often repeated claim that he was the end of the line for any WWE superstar? Or was this a glimpse into an even more terrifying persona, one unbound by family, loyalty, or mercy? The evolution of power. When Friday arrived, the entire WWE universe waited with bated breath. The opening segment of SmackDown was dedicated solely to Roman Reigns. But this was no ordinary entrance. Gone was the slow, methodical walk to the ring with the championship belt slung over his shoulder. Instead, the lights dimmed completely. The Titantron flashed digital flames, and a new theme song with orchestral drums and distorted echoes filled the arena. It was cinematic, chilling, and powerful. Out stepped Roman Reigns, dressed in black and crimson gear. No acknowledgement gesture. No Paul Heyman. His face was partially covered with a new gladiator-style mask that he slowly removed as he stood at the top of the ramp. The crowd was silent in awe. When he finally spoke, the arena went still. You all worship the Tribal Chief because he gave you dominance, legacy, control. But that man is gone. He was betrayed by blood, manipulated by snakes, and crushed by ego. Now, I don't fight for family. I fight for legacy. I'm not a chief. I'm the final boss. Beat me. And you earn the right to exist. Shaking the WWE roster. Backstage, reports said that Roman had taken creative control of his character again, fully embracing the idea of becoming an unbeatable final obstacle, like the villain in a video game that no one can defeat. He no longer sought to lead a faction but instead to be the terrifying lone force of nature that everyone fears. WWE wasted no time in building the myth. A special Final Boss challenge was announced, where any superstar could earn a shot to face Reigns at Payback, on one condition: survive 3 matches in one night. Superstars like AJ Styles, Louisiana Knight, and even Gunther expressed interest, but many quickly withdrew, claiming they weren't ready for that kind of war. The locker room was legitimately shaken. A new symbol of power. To further solidify his reinvention, Roman Reigns also introduced a brand new title belt, jet black with blood red accents, featuring a dragon motif on the plates. It wasn't sanctioned by WWE, yet. Reigns said it wasn't a championship, but a symbol. "This belt," he growled, "doesn't get defended. It gets earned." He challenged Triple H himself to recognize the new belt as a title that only he can control, an endgame title, to be fought for only once a year. Triple H, visibly conflicted, didn't respond right away, fueling more buzz online. The fallout and future. By the end of SmackDown, Reigns had already made a statement. He brutally dismantled 2 rising stars in a non-sanctioned brawl that ended with both men being stretchered out. Commentators didn't even know how to react. Michael Cole simply whispered, "This isn't the Roman we knew. This is something else." Even Paul Heyman, spotted watching from backstage, looked unsure. A backstage interviewer caught up with him, asking if he would be by Roman's side moving forward. "I don't know if Roman Reigns has a side anymore," Heyman said, looking pale. "He doesn't need counsel. He needs an exorcist." Why this reinvention works? The Final Boss persona may be the most intriguing evolution of Roman Reigns yet. No longer weighed down by family politics or faction drama, Reigns has tapped into something raw, something mythical. WWE is clearly crafting a long-term story arc, where this new version of Reigns serves as a terrifying goalpost for the next generation of talent to aim for. But until someone proves themselves worthy, Roman Reigns doesn't just run WWE, he ends it. And now, the entire roster has to face one terrifying truth. The Final Boss has entered the game. Only one question remains: who dares to play?